one of the products that I really enjoyed using was probably your bestseller. I don't know, you could tell me, the clay mask. How did that come about? Because most people would say, well, that's such an ancillary type feeling product for beauty and skincare, whereas you made it kind of this pivotal product.
Absolutely. So when I was acting every Sunday night, I went from Aztec healing clay, which is one ingredient, bentonite clay, and
Hmm.
then used that for years, and then I actually found a different source for that. In that source, it was greenclays.net. I mean, Jason Eaton, he just has written books and books and books on clays and just the properties, and I mean, that's where I found out about iLight, kaolin, rasul. Um, and then I would experiment. I mean, it was very cheap. And then also I was just creating the beginnings of my little clay mask that actually at the time when I had roommates, I'd go in, mix it up, let it dry in my room, go in, shower real quick. It was something I was definitely hiding. But then after the accident, I obviously had that in my back pocket. I would think, just theoretically that was going to bring an influx of microcirculation to the
Hmm.
surface of the skin. Hopefully, get some scar tissue loosened up, remove some of the swelling, impurities from the CT scans and x-rays and heavy metals that I had, my jaw was wired shut, and just
Hmm.
the toxins from going through
Yep.
all of that. And subtly exfoliating and then experimenting when I had my morning tonic, breaking open a capsule of pearl powder, putting it in there. Oh, some of the colostrum, because I had a little jar of that, super expensive, but the particle size blended very well. So did ginseng as well.
Mm.
Spirulina did. And so from spirulina, I went kelp and
Hmm.
just trial and error. A lot of things didn't work, but basically what I was doing is adding many things from my tonic into the mask and just seeing if it, because if it's that good internally for you, your skin being your largest organ, I really feel like you can treat it like a lot, like another mouth. But however, I mean, many things didn't work. But the ingredients that did, man, I mean, it's just like a superfood meal for your skin. Four clays, uh,
Mm.
American ginseng, first 4 hour milking grass-fed colostrum, ground freshwater pearl powder, organic kelp powder, 10% ascorbic acid, high potency form of vitamin C. So like you're getting good circulation, good reintroducing trace minerals that we lose as we age. I mean, and then the colostrum component. I'm
Mm.
sure you're seeing how popular it's
Yep.
getting now. But I mean, luckily, that's Crosby though. Crosby told me about that. That's the
Mm.
thing though. You got to be a sponge. I mean, there's so many.
Well,
You
that's
know,
the thing. I always said like the best people to create these types of products aren't the experts. They're the observers that talk to all the experts. Because the experts always have a little bit of an ego, I would say, of saying, here's the one I know, here's the compound that's going to change everything. It's the
mhm,
David Sinclairs of the NMNs that are just like, that's the one. Instead of
mhm.
people being like, well, NMN with this and reserve and everything as an observer and
Good
then
point.
experiencer, that's a little bit different. So the way I see you kind of looking at all this and not having any attachment to any singular ingredient, and not being like, let's market the hell out of this little ingredient here, put it in
Right.
and kind of, put things around it and it'll do really well in the sales pitches and everything. Like you
It's
didn't
so
do that, which is an amazing feat because I look at this ingredient list, I'm like, that's interesting. That's interesting. Like, oh shit, this is a really good product.
Thank you, man. That's exact. I mean, it's an album. It's an
Yeah.
album for me. You
Yeah.
too, Coldplay. I mean, a lot of things got cut on that editing floor. A lot of ingredients didn't make it. I mean, I appreciate you saying that.
And I love
It's
hearing that it's an
different.
album because
Oh,
back in the
man.
day, I know growing up, it's like you had to have 10 out of 12 hits basically for me to buy
Exactly,
that CD. I
dude.
wasn't buying
Yeah.
it for the one single that came out and
No,
everything else being a terrible song.
dude, I did that same thing. Me and my brother would do it, dude. It's 7 out of 11, and that's a good buy
Yep.
right there.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
that was amazing. That's why
that's
I
so
appreciate like old school like hip hop and rap because I could listen to the whole album through and be like, good, good, great. It wasn't like, oh,
hmm.
I got to skip over like most of this. So
Yep.
yes, make supplements and products like albums of the past. Another really
Oh.
interesting product from you guys is the Gold Serum. Like, tell me about that one because again, I know the powers of kind of gold in the body and different ways, but I'd love to hear how you came about, creating that one.
Yeah, so basically after the moisturizer, I wanted to create like a concentrated serum. We added what's basically a 95%. best from cutting edge anti-aging skin science with like plant-derived vitamin A, which is a retinol alternative that we source from France. It's alfalfa derived and organic. We have copper peptide, marine collagen, CoQ10, and astaxanthin. I mean, that's it. Astaxanthin, I'm finding out more and more now, thanks to a lot of other companies that are promoting it now. I mean, it's incredible, a very potent antioxidant. But the base, though, um, it's just like this liquid gold. I mean, I'm not going to throw the company under the bus, but I mean, seriously, a lot of companies add yellow 5 artificial colors to get what we got. I think it's the CoQ10, the bright kind of orangish
yellowish
that gives it,
orange,
yeah. But we got the color. It adds like a little, not, it works out that people liked it, but we had to dial that down because it was, gives you a really like rich glow. So astaxanthin's like the brightest red too. So we got that naturally. It has sandalwood, frankincense, a collection of organic botanicals, and we're using rose hydrosol as our base. No water in the formula. Organic rose hydrosol. That, to me, that's my masterpiece. I would say that and the clay mask. There's nothing I'm more proud of than the Gold Serum and clay mask.